it's going to be Cha0tic versus Cub.
Cub, very solid Yoshi player they have here. I think he's top 20 in our power rankings. Yeah, he's definitely a very fundamental Yoshi player.
And I love Cha0tic. Commentating with him in particular is really fun. And as a player, he has these flashes of brilliance. I just want to see if he can maybe go from, I guess, sprinting to running marathons, because I think that's what separates a good player from a great player overall.
It's a little like Leffen's argument that if he played best of 5 all the time, he'd never lose.
And here we go. And what do you think we can expect from this matchup?
Well, I'm going to expect that Cha0tic is going to try to not use as many water shurikens as a Greninja would, because Cub's eggs are just impossible to get around. So he's going to probably try to run and get a lot of grab combos off on him. Yeah, and hopefully, you know, we'll see Cub not go for as many flutter kicks as we're seeing, because you saw from the days that Denti played Yoshi, you know, it doesn't work out as well as you think it does.
Yeah, that's true. And I think the egg is going to be the focal point, honestly, for this matchup. How Cha0tic is going to deal with the egg is integral to how this game is going to be played out, because Yoshi as a character doesn't necessarily have the greatest approach tools, but what he does have is that egg to ensure that you can annoy your opponent enough to force them into approaching you. And once they make one of those bad approaches, Yoshi has plenty of counter-punch options available.
Yeah, and you're going to see a lot of Cub trying to punish those runs in with his neutral B, so he can get that free up smash and possibly an up air after you mash out of the edge. Ooh. So only one hit of the up smash right there.
Still. No, I was about to say that it's a relatively close match, but Cha0tic might actually be on the verge of taking the stock. Forward smash is indeed going to do it. 65%. That's one thing. Even though Yoshi as a character is supposed to really annoy the opponent enough to make them start approaching, it seems like Cub himself is being more annoyed by these water shurikens as well as the patience from Cha0tic. And that's making it so that he's a little bit on tilt right now, not quite playing the game on his own terms, more so on Cha0tic's terms. And it's really showing as we go just over the 2-minute mark in Game 1.
Cha0tic's patience is absolutely looking legendary, just sniping every egg with the water shuriken.
Look at him. He is so non-committal right now. He knows that because he has this lead, he can just start throwing out those shurikens, forcing the bad options from Cub. Bad down B. The stars may have come out to save him, but I don't agree with that option in neutral.
I think Cub might be getting just a little bit into that zone where he feels like he can't get that KO just quite, and so he's really fishing for something.
Yeah, and that's another problem. Sometimes people just throw out hitboxes and hope their opponent will just run into them. And you can't be doing it. You definitely can't be doing it. You have to be patient.
As a Luigi player, I know all too well what that's like.
Road
counter. Don't really know if I agree with that.
Yeah, that was really good patience by Cub. I could understand the thought process from Cha0tic. He was recognizing how aggressive Cub was starting to be. And he thought, you know what? If I can do this counter, then maybe this is going to be what I need to be able to land. But didn't quite work out. And look at this, Cub already starting off pretty strong as we're at 1 stock apiece right now.
I think Cub's really feeling himself now.
Ooh. Get the spike hitbox, but still putting on a nice amount of pressure, barely avoiding the shadow sneak. Nice, getting that egg lay.
I would say that he's brought it back now.
Indeed. Could Cha0tic maybe be feeling some of the pressure? This is the thing. It's like they're trading roles to some extent. They're trading roles in the sense that one person will get impatient and then the other person will all of a sudden get impatient the minute that the previous person found an opening. But Cha0tic this time finds his opening, gets the back throw, doesn't get much off of it, but there was a perfect
sour
shield.
Spot up smash.
I was about to say a perfect shield, and that would have been pretty repetitive.
Ooh, that rogue side B. Not quite enough. Oh, he wanted it. Wow.
Using that up B, that egg, just to get a little bit more momentum upwards to snap onto that ledge. That's such a high percentage. Up throw will...
Wow! Takes
do it? Just do it?
That's Rage speaking. Greninja's up throw is a kill option. I didn't think with the character as heavy as Yoshi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I looked at that and I was like, it's okay. Cub's going to be able to make this attack. We got at least another 30 to 45 seconds in this match. But no.
It's a strong neutral game from Cha0tic, especially more than I'd expect going against Yoshi of Cub's caliber. You know, and I think it does come down to the fact that Cub just started fishing for kill options, and then he got exactly what he needed when he went for that substitute.
So game 2, definitely I think for Cub to do a little bit better in this is that he can't get flustered. We saw how good he was whenever he could play the game on his own terms, when he can utilize the eggs efficiently to pester Cha0tic. Cha0tic at the beginning of the game, in the early game, did a really good job, I think, of overall avoiding the eggs and also utilizing the shuriken to put on some projectile pressure of his own. But it's a matter of whether or not we can see that stock 1 Cha0tic versus that stock 2 Cha0tic. Because stock 2 Cha0tic, to be honest, was looking a little sloppy, especially compared to stock 1.
Yeah. So, Town of the City right now, keeping with the Animal Crossing, which I am all about.
And as you notice that Cub, he got the perfect shield, but Cha0tic used those jabs so quick. I don't think Cub was prepared for the fact that he got the perfect shield, and because of that, he didn't really get a punish afterwards. Tight battle right now for center stage.
Definitely just trying to feel out the neutral, and, you know, like you said, center stage, that's really what it is in this matchup, because whoever controls the neutral will control the game. These are two characters that thrive in neutral and not necessarily in punish game.
And what's worth noting is I've seen how many times Cha0tic is so quick to give up that center stage. He'll just retreat, trying to set up some room so he can fire off those projectiles. And I'm not sure if I can necessarily agree with that, especially if Cub starts picking up on that, and he can continue to put some pressure on and continue to really exploit the fact that Cha0tic is so much closer to the blast zone.
That's a risky recovery right there, but unfortunately Cub wasn't ready for it. He was ready for that, however.
There's the up smash from Cub, and we've seen what Cub can do whenever he finds his footing, whenever he finds that bit of momentum. He nearly brought it back in game 1, and he's off to a pretty solid start in game 2.
I'm seeing Cha0tic go for a lot of side Bs now that he's down to stock, hoping to, I don't know, maybe get a stylish finish. You know, side Bs are always cool to see, but, you know,
there's something about an amphibian going fishing that's just
it's not quite right.
There's something wrong with it, but that's good. That time, Cub a little bit overeager and just runs right into that aerial from Cha0tic. But Cha0tic finding a tough time even getting back into this game right now. Cub's still retaining his first dive.
Fantastic patience from Cub right now.
Oh, and he nearly got that down B. Now the first part of it couldn't quite connect with the second part, but Cha0tic sneaks in that shadow sneak, brings this even to 1 stock apiece. But
side B he was looking for.
He's nearly at triple digits from a deficit standpoint. Let's figure out a way to get through the egg efficiently, while at the same time baiting Cub in, as he did at the beginning of game 1. Can he do it?
I'm liking the jab option mix-ups, where sometimes he'll go for the full jab, the rapid jab, or the down tilt. Sort of what you see with Sheik players a lot, and as both the characters are ninjas, you'll see some similarities between the two.
Oh, very well said. And look, Cub right now is actually really fishing for these KO options, and Cha0tic knows this, and because of that, he's been able to bring this game back. If I remember correctly, Cha0tic started at 95%. Cub was at 0. Already putting on 73%. Nearly uncontested. Ooh. Great perfect shield. Only
did he perfect shield both of those?
I think just perfect shield the first.
Yeah, Cub is definitely looking for the finish right now.
He's swinging for the fences, and it's going to cost him. Down throw. Doesn't find the follow-up afterwards, though. Prevented by that platform. Nice set of jabs.
No, I guess not.
Oh, I thought that egg was going to set up for so much more. Perfect shields all around.
Wow.
There it is.
So, trading smash attacks and kill moves there at the end. Greninjas are definitely a little more laggy than Yoshi's are, so Cub will take that one out.
Oh, yeah. That was really good by Cub. Yeah. Because he gets the perfect shield into the down B afterwards, which was fantastic. You know, somebody's been watching their techs of the week. You know, especially given how many perfect shields we've seen, I would love to see some folks implement some more perfect parries.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. But here we go, game 3. You know, Cub, he did get a little bit antsy at the end of game 1, and if he gets another lead like he did before, then he has to ensure that that doesn't happen. I just realized that Cub repping the 4 Rel tag, I think that might be a shout out to Yellow Rello.
It is.
Shout out to especially Yellow Rello. Yeah, that dude was so chill. So chill. Anyways, game 3.
This is a pretty good counter pick for Cha0tic because while he does have a couple of kill moves off the top, almost all of Cub's kill moves are off the top aside from maybe his F smash or a Meteor Smash with his forward.
Ooh. And that was interesting. He may have whipped with the counter, but it didn't matter because he was able to get onto the ground and get those jabs in before Cub could really have a retort afterwards.
I think he was just high enough that Cub didn't want to burn his jump because should Cha0tic jump away, he's got to burn that oh so valuable double jump.
Oh, very well said, Okapod. Still a relatively close match. I'm thinking about, especially as we see Cha0tic near the edges, how by picking this stage, he loses some of those recovery mix-ups that he had on Town and City. Yeah. Go for it a couple times. Ooh, barely whiffing with that up smash. Maybe an opportunity. Oh, but a nice perfect shield from Cub.
It's so hard to tell when Yoshi perfect shields. He has the only unique shield in the game, right?
Yeah, Yoshi, with Yoshi's shield, he cannot be shield stacked. No matter how weak it gets. I think there might be like some small portions of it in Brawl. Not sure if that carries over in this game as well. But basically, I think near the feet only. Well, definitely not to the extent of the rest of the games.
Yeah. Well, I think that partly stems from this game's excellent, hitboxes and frame data, where it's just so crisp that if your foot, if Luigi down taunts and your foot like goes where his head would have been, you're not gonna hit him. You're just gonna go straight over him.
Oh man, this is what we were worried about. But I was about to touch on the fact that Cub has had Cha0tic in this situation before, and it's usually when he starts swinging. But he did a really good down B there to take that stock.
Actually, what I'd like to see a little less from both of these players is fishing for the extra damage when they have the stock lead. We've seen them do it in all 3 games now, and especially from Cub in that last game. So,
especially when Cha0tic knows that he can. Whoa, that was a really interesting usage of that recovery. Interesting. But Cha0tic knows that if he gets Cub to around, I'd say like 140, he has that kill throw with the up throw. So he doesn't necessarily need to be going super committal with his options, especially given the fact that he has a 50% lead right now.
Interested that the side B actually worked out there.
All about those mix-ups. All about those mix-ups. Especially as we go just past the 3-minute mark in this 3rd game. So patient right now. Both players poking and prodding. Cub finding a way in with that dash attack.
We're seeing once each player gets above 100%, the other one starts fishing for a kill move, and they lose 50 to 60% at least.
And I know that Cha0tic has to be careful. Cub playing Yoshi, a heavier character, especially with this much rage, doesn't even matter. Too much damage, yeah. I was not expecting that, to be honest. I thought that Cub was able to make it back.
Yeah, I thought that for sure Cha0tic would just like land, shield, go for the safe option, but one of the few times in that game that somebody went out for the fish kill, they got it.
Mm-hmm.